Okay, so we've been talking a little bit about measurement. We've been talking a little bit about the metric system. We just watched a Brain Pop video and completed a graphic organizer. If you haven't done that yet, please log into Brain Pop using your Clever app. Go to your science class and you can watch that video and complete a graphic organizer that looks like this. Raise your hand if you can tell me why scientists use the metric system. I love all the hands in the air. What do you think, Carter Thompson? Why do they use the metric system?
Because all the other countries and continents use the metric system.
That's right. All the other civilized countries in the world use the metric system, and as scientists, we need to be able to what? Starts with the C. Communicate with each other. Okay, Stella C, will you please go ask Mrs. Amsball if her PowerPoint is working? Okay, so please put your name on the packet. We're going to hold on to this for several days. We're going to do a lot of actual measuring with different science tools, but we are going to just lay some groundwork today. Yes, Trevor? Can you wait, please? Okay, so we have talked about science tools. What is a science tool? It is used for what? Why do scientists use tools? There's 4 reasons. We did that graphic organizer yesterday where we divided them into the reasons. Ella?
To know which one, or like to figure out and like use. She says working.
Okay, Carter? Now, why do we use science tools? There's 4 reasons. What were the reasons on the bottom of that worksheet yesterday? Stella C.
One is for safety.
Safety. Why else? Measurement. Why else? Recording data and information and observations. And then the last one was what?
Observation.
Making observations. And we listed all kinds of examples of different science tools, okay? And what they were used for. Well, we're going to hone in and focus on science tools that are used for measurement, okay? So, this little table here is something that we're going to test over. We're going to take a quiz over it eventually after we spend some time practicing. But what is this first tool? It's a picture of something that we've already used in class. Eloise? A balance. What do we use a balance to measure? What do we use a balance to measure? Carter? What? Not weight. Not in the metric system. We call it what? It isn't called weight. It's called something else.
Grams.
Well, grams is the unit. No. Mass. It measures mass. Now, you need to know that sometimes, even on like formal assessments, it will say it measures weight. But scientists, when we're talking about the metric system and using a balance, it's actually measuring mass. And that's something we're going to learn more about next week. We're going to learn more about the difference between mass and weight. Okay, what unit do we use when we measure mass? Has to be a metric unit. What's our metric unit for mass? Owen? Not meters. Kilo what? Grams. And then we have grams. And then we have centigrams. And then we have milligrams. Okay, so over here we're going to put our base unit is grams. But we could have kilo, grams, centi, or milli. Okay? Okay. This fun thing, we saw it yesterday. It's called a graduated cylinder. What does it measure? What does the graduated cylinder measure? Morgan? Liquids, but what about the liquids? It measures their... Not weight.
Mass.
Not mass. Volume. It measures the volume of a liquid. Volume is how much space a liquid takes up. Okay, or it doesn't have to be a liquid, but for a graduated cylinder, it usually is. What metric unit do we use for volume? Stella, liters. So we have kiloliters. Remember, it's always a capital L. We have liters, centiliters, and we have milliliters. The base unit is liters. What about a ruler or meter stick? What does it measure? What does it measure? Ella?
Meter?
Well, that might be a unit. Yep. What? Kaden?
The wind.
Length. What's our unit? Ella said meters. What else is it? Brian? Centimeters. What else? What else? Ireland. Meters, centimeters. What else? Millimeters. And the last one is what? Cordelia? Kilometers. Very good. Okay, and then we have a thermometer. What does it measure? What does it measure? A thermometer. We all know this. Henry? Henry? Huh? Well, it could, but what about the weather? Temperature. You can use a thermometer to measure the temperature of a lot of things. What is our unit for temperature? What's the unit for temperature? I only have 2 hands up. Only 2 people can tell me. Oh, your temperature is 100 degrees. But now we are used to measuring in degrees Fahrenheit. But in metrics, it's degrees Celsius. And here is how we abbreviate degrees. So it might be 100 degrees Celsius. That little circle means degrees. Look how many things I've written down. Okay, and then the last one, a stopwatch. What does it measure? What does it measure, Harper? Time. And one nice thing is time is universal. It's not metric and customary. It's all the same. What are some units we know for time? What are some units we know for time? Eloise? Hours. What else? Minutes. What else? Seconds. What else? What else? Carter? Days. What else? Ryan? Stella? Weeks. Levi? Months. What else? Years. Centuries. Decades. Okay, we could go on and on. Those are all units for time, and we're familiar with those. Okay? Okay, this is going to be very important to you. Okay, you're not, no, this isn't right. Okay, you have meters and you have degrees. Okay, this is going to be important. I am telling you right now that on the quiz, you will have to fill out a table like this. So this is going to be, sit down. Yes, this is going to be a good study tool for you. So where should you keep this? In your green folder. Both of these, this and this, should be in your green science folder.